everybody, so welcome to another video. Just in case you're new here, my name's Chloe and I make English literature study videos for university. If you like what you see, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the thumbs up button. So as you could probably tell from the title of this video, today I'm going to be giving you my 10 top tips of how to be productive at university. Now I know I've only been at university a couple of months, however, I have managed to get myself together, get myself organised, know what works for me, so hopefully some of these things work for you guys. So I hope you enjoy this video, and if you did, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up. So tip number 1 is never tell yourself you have nothing to do. This frustrates me the most when people say I have nothing to do. You always have something to do. If you have done your reading for the next day, try and do the reading for the next week. Like, you never have nothing to do. Make sure you're always finding something to do, otherwise when it comes to exam time you'll be like, why didn't I prepare this back then? So number 2 is make your revision resources now. So at the end of each module, make sure you're making your revision resources or module, or if you're an English student, at the end of each book. So we study a book for 2 weeks. So at the end of that book I make sure I go through and I make revision cards, which is what I'm doing now. Or if you don't like doing revision cards, mind maps, whatever works for you, but don't leave it all to the last minute. Start making them now. Number 3, so if you're telling yourself that you have no work to do, go do some research. Whether this be on the book you're studying, the topic you're studying in your module, or anything like that, go do some research. Make sure you completely understand what you're talking about, because otherwise when it comes to the exam you'll sit there and you'll have no idea and it just won't help. Take it from me, I did this at A-level. I didn't look into anything, I just went, oh it's fine, I'll understand it in the exam. I didn't understand it at all. So definitely go do some research on what you're doing. And as well, I find that research on, say, a book that you're doing for the next lecture is really helpful, because then if the lecturer covers something that you didn't have a clue was even in that book or anything to do with that book, then you've got to go look into that yourself. So it's just easier to do it beforehand so that you're prepared, and it just makes life a lot easier, that's for sure. Okay, so number 4, I know this applies for English students, but it might also apply for any other students, but go through your secondary reading list that your module leader, tutor, lecturer, whatever you call them, gives you. I found that when I was going through them in the Christmas holidays, there was quite a few books on there that could have helped me with my assignments, rather than just getting it all offline. So definitely go through a secondary resource reading list if you have one. Like, I feel like that would have helped me so much with my essays and being able to bump them up a little bit more. And number 5, I feel like a lot of people are going to hate me for saying this, but get up earlier. Like, I remember my first week of university, I was getting up at 8:30 every single morning, and I just wasn't feeling motivated enough. However, but now that I'm getting up a bit earlier, so about 6:30, 7 o'clock, it's crazy how that hour and a half or 2 hours is making such a big difference, that I feel like I get so much more done in the morning, feel so much more productive throughout the day, because I've been up early, I've got up, I've done work, or I've done a bit of reading. I definitely recommend getting up earlier. I'm not saying you have to get up at 6:30, but if you have a lecture at 1, don't lay in bed till 10 o'clock. Maybe get out of bed at about 8:30, 9, so you have then a couple of hours just to maybe do a little bit of extra work or anything else that you want to do. So tidying your room, go and pop into the shops even, or anything like that. Just get up a bit earlier and don't lay around in bed all day, is basically what I'm saying. So number 6, I've got to be careful how I say this, because I don't want to say it in a way that means you have to spend all the time doing it, but spend more time on your assignments. So if your assignment gets set in October, well, I'm just going to give you an example of one of mine. So mine got set in the end of October, beginning of November, and it wasn't due in until the 2nd of January. Now, a lot of people would leave that till the Christmas break. I started that in November. I think it was like the middle of November. I'm gonna do yeah, I started that in the middle of November, and I managed to have it done by just before the beginning of December, which meant I could print it out, go through it, highlight it, take out bits that I didn't like, change it around. Like, it was a lot easier to go through, and as well, if I had any questions after finishing, it meant I had time to email my lecturer and ask for help on these. So I found that was a lot easier. I did that with my American Lit assignment as well. Can't say I've done it that much for my language and creativity one, but if I was to go back to Christmas, I would have done that as well. So yeah, definitely spend more time on your assignments, maybe researching. As I said, printing it out is definitely a big one. Like, you see more mistakes when you print it out and read it out loud to yourself than you can on the computer. And just starting it early, basically. Don't spend an hour the day before doing the assignment, or like 5 hours. Just get it done when it's first set. Okay, so number 7 is to make a to-do list every morning. So I find that blocking out my day, so today I did, say 8:30 till 9, revision cards, then from 9 till 10 was my Great Gatsby reading, but I did swap that around to film this video for you guys. And then from 10 to 11 was filming, but I swapped, as I said, I swapped the two around. And then it just makes it so easy if you block out hours of your day to get your work done. Include your breaks in that block. And also, to do a to-do list means you know everything you need to get done for the day, how long you can spend on each thing. Say if there's anything that's majorly important that needs to get done, having it on a to-do list makes it more in your mind that you know it needs to get done, if that makes sense. So yeah, I think that having a to-do list is so important. Highly recommend making one. Okay, so number 8 is something that I don't really show on my channel, but make plans with friends at least twice a week. Now, I know you're all going to ask why I'm putting this on how to be productive. However, I feel like if you have time to spend with your friends, then it makes you feel like you've done a lot more. So you're not just working all the time. So say if yesterday I did about 7 hours study, I had a 2-hour lecture, and then I spent the night with my friends, it would make life feel a lot better, a lot more simpler, if that makes sense. I don't know how to explain it, but I know what I'm thinking right now. This is really irritating me. But yeah, blocking out that time to have with friends will make you feel a lot more productive with it. It doesn't feel like you're constantly working, like you are having a break, you are having some social life. So yeah. So number 9, this is doing something you enjoy. So whether that's sports, shopping, or anything else, reading, just do something that you enjoy doing. So on a Wednesday I go to Aqua with my mum, Aqua Aerobics Aqua Aerobics for 2 hours. We go for 2 hours, so we get there for 5, we spin for about an hour, and then Aqua finishes at 7. And this breaks my week up so much. Like, I know that's only like 2 hours of the day, but it breaks it up so much. And then as well, if you join that with going out with friends a couple of days a week, you've got 3 days for maybe a couple of hours where you're just doing something that you enjoy, and you're not constantly stuck at a desk doing work and just feeling trapped, basically. Okay, so the 10th and final tip is put away your phone. Now, I'm really bad for this. I get really distracted by social media, and as well with having a MacBook, my texts always come through on them, so I do get really distracted in this way. But the best way to study, I know loads of people will drill this into everybody's heads, but put away your phone, even if it's just for an hour, even if you're just going to make notes for an hour on something, just put it away for at least that 1 hour. So you've got at least 1 hour where you know you sat down, you didn't have any distractions, and just got on with your work. So I'm bad for it. I have it sitting here right now with me. So yeah, just take that time away from social media, away from talking to other people. Just sit down, plug some headphones in if you have to. I mean, most of the time you can get music on your laptop, so if you just plug it into your laptop rather than your phone, it makes life a lot easier. So yeah. Okay, so that was my 10 top tips on how to get productive at university. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and maybe it helps you get productive at university. So yeah, again, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you want to check any of my other videos out, make sure you press the subscribe button and turn on that notification bell. So yeah, I shall see you guys next week. Bye!